What if I told you GTA San Andreas was hiding content you were never meant to see? From beta animations inspired by Tupac to unused phone calls, secret interiors, and forgotten mission hooks, Rockstar left behind a trail of clues from an entirely different version of the game. In today's video, we're digging into the San Andreas that almost existed, the one buried under 2 decades of files, unused code, and mystery. Let's jump in. What if Grove Street wasn't as loyal to their own rules as we thought? During the early development of GTA San Andreas, there were strong indications that Grove Street families were secretly involved in the drug trade despite CJ's strong stance against it. Unused dialogue, mission leftovers, and early builds suggest that Sweet may have been turning a blind eye, or even quietly protecting certain dealers operating under Grove Street's name. But that's not all. Take a look at these characters. These are beta models of Grove Street members known internally as FAM4 and FAM5. They never made it into the final version of the game, but they still exist in the game files as cutscene characters. With mods on PC, players can actually recruit them as homies and walk the streets with these forgotten figures from San Andreas history. It paints a very different picture of the early Grove Street, more complex, less united, and maybe even a little dirty. Rockstar clearly had darker layers planned, but most of them never made it to the surface. Here's something that still blows minds even 20 years later. There's a fully modeled Vice City stadium buried deep inside the code of GTA San Andreas, and almost nobody knows about it. It's located beneath the map in a glitched-out space fans call the Blue Hell Universe, right under the Liberty City interior used in a single San Andreas mission. And yet, it was never used, never acknowledged by Rockstar, and remains one of the most mysterious leftovers in the entire trilogy. What's wild is that it's fully built with textures, seats, structure just sitting there. Why was it placed under the map? Was it for a scrapped cutscene? A flashback? A leftover from internal testing? Despite thousands of players exploring every corner of San Andreas for 2 decades, less than 2% seem to even know it exists. It's one of those haunting examples of how much hidden content Rockstar left behind, and they've never once addressed it. Sometimes the biggest secrets aren't locked, they're just deeply buried. Let's talk about one of the most intriguing unused interiors in GTA San Andreas. An empty, fully modeled warehouse that serves no purpose in the final game. There's no mission linked to it, no NPCs, no pickups, just a massive abandoned space quietly left behind by the developers. It's so well crafted and tucked away that many players miss it entirely, but those who find it are left wondering, what was this supposed to be? Some fans believe it was meant to be used for a cut drug deal or ambush mission, possibly tied to Tenpenny or the Ballas. Others think it was a planned property for CJ to take over, maybe even related to burglary side missions. There's also speculation that it might have been part of a beta heist system that never made it past concept. Whatever the truth is, one thing's clear. Rockstar designed this warehouse for something. It's too polished to be random. And like many things in San Andreas, it's a ghost of an idea that almost made it. This might be one of the coolest finds buried in San Andreas. CJ actually has multiple animations that were never used in the final game. We're talking about specific moves and behaviors that were fully animated, coded, and exist in the files but never appear during any mission or side activity. For example, a unique hand gesture animation, unused reaction poses, and even a cutscene facial animation that suggests a more expressive CJ than we ever got to see. Some of these were likely tied to missions that were scrapped during development, while others seem like they were meant to enhance free roam immersion, giving CJ more life and personality during everyday gameplay. And here's the wild part. If you use animation mods or dig through the game's files, you can still trigger these hidden animations manually. It's a reminder that Rockstar had far more planned for CJ's character, but due to time, hardware limits, or narrative shifts, we never got to see that full version come alive. This one is huge. There are 3 fully recorded but unused phone calls from Sweet, where he talks to CJ about crack dealers showing up around Grove Street.
Yeah.
You seen your soldiers recently? You seen what the streets are like?
What you talking about?
Damn baseheads! The Grove Street families need OGs, not whacked out chickenheads. They won't roll when they so high.
I'll go see what I can see.
Well, open your eyes this time, fool.
Sir,
What did I tell you about keeping an eye on your hood?
Yeah, my bad. Shit been hectic, man.
Grove Street's full of strawberries. Ain't no OG out here who ain't high on yet. No motherfucker gonna bang when they fried.
I tell you what, I'ma do a hood patrol, find the pushers, and whack them.
You damn straight you will.
What's up?
CJ is sweet. I thought you were on top of that problem.
Which problem? I got problems knee-deep.
Hey, man, this push is all over Gatton. I thought you was gonna put in time for your hood, man.
Don't sweat me, bruh. I'm on it.
I hope so, because a lot of homies fall into that rock.
Like I said, I'm on it.
Oh, and swing by Emmett. You might need a 9.
These calls were supposed to trigger during free roam after certain missions, warning CJ about the rise of drug activity in their territory. Sweet calls out specific dealers, mentions how they're recruiting, and even urges CJ to clean up the streets. But none of these calls made it into the final game. This changes a lot. It shows that Rockstar originally intended for the anti-drug narrative to run deeper, maybe even allowing players to patrol the Grove, push back against the drug trade, or unlock loyalty by taking out certain targets. Instead, this entire layer was cut and Grove Street's stance on drugs was left more vague than originally planned. These calls prove that CJ's battle wasn't just personal, it was systemic. And the devs wanted you to feel that tension more directly. The Green Sabre mission is one of the most important moments in GTA San Andreas, but if you rewatch the cutscene carefully, something about it feels off. It's meant to be a major betrayal moment. CJ learns that Smoke and Ryder have sold him out, Sweet walks into a trap, and everything starts falling apart. But the dialogue delivery, character reactions, and camera angles feel strangely flat compared to the rest of the game. There's barely any emotion in CJ's voice when he realizes what's going on. Smoke's tone is too casual. And the tension? It doesn't hit as hard as it should for what is basically the game's turning point. Some fans believe the cutscene was rushed, possibly altered late in development, or even had missing lines and edits due to time constraints or engine limitations. It's a powerful story moment, no doubt, but the execution? It leaves you wondering what the original version might have looked like. Another one of those San Andreas scenes that feels like it's hiding something deeper. One of the coolest early details in GTA San Andreas might have gone unnoticed by most, but in the beta version, CJ had a completely different walking style, and it looks heavily inspired by Tupac Shakur. The animation is looser, more stylized, with that unmistakable bounce, a confident West Coast swagger that mirrors Tupac's iconic walk. It makes sense, too. Rockstar pulled tons of inspiration from real street culture, and Tupac was a defining figure of that era. In the final game, CJ's movement was toned down, probably to make it blend better with gameplay mechanics or to avoid licensing issues. But this early walk cycle shows us what could have been. A character that didn't just sound authentic, but moved with real-world attitude. So now you've seen the San Andreas Rockstar didn't finish, but never fully erased. Beta characters, unused dialogue, abandoned features. All of it proving this game was once much bigger, darker, and more detailed than we realized. If you enjoyed this dive into GTA history, hit that like button, subscribe for more lost content breakdowns, and drop a comment telling us which cut feature you wish made it into the final game. This is FlashTales and we're just getting started.